I thank the God of Israel today. Ahayah is his name. I give him all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise that's due to his wonderful, great, and holy name. I thank the Mother of Jerusalem, the great Holy Spirit. I thank the heavenly hosts. We are here today to do another law class today. We're here today to do another law class for the gods of Jerusalem, the gods of Jerusalem, the Mother and the Father. I thank the God of Israel people. I thank the God of Israel people. You just don't know how much gratitude and admiration and love that I have for the mother and father of the Hebrew kingdom and the Hebrew nation. We are here. We are here again today to glorify that kingdom, to glorify the beautiful gods of the Hebrew kingdom, the mother and the father. And we want to thank the Son of God, Yeshua. We want to thank him for giving his life for the children of Israel. We want to thank him. So this is law class number 14. Law class number 14 today. Before we start our law class today, I just want to sing a little bit of song. A little bit of song. That's what I feel right now, a song. There's no God like Ahayah. There's no God like Ahayah. There's no God like Ahayah. I love him with all my heart. There's no God like Ahayah. There's no God like Ahayah. There's no God like Ahayah. I love him with all of my heart. Ahayah, God of Israel. Ahayah, God of Israel. Ahayah, God of Israel. I love you with all my heart. There's no God like Ahayah. There's no God like Ahayah. There's no God like Ahayah. I love him with all my soul. I thank the God of Israel, people. I love the God of Israel with all of my soul, with all of my heart, with all that I have. I love him so very much. And I love the great Holy Spirit, the mother of Zion, the mother of Jerusalem. And I love the heavenly hosts, the angels of the God of Israel. And I love the Son of God, the second King of Jerusalem. We're going to read Isaiah chapter 50. We're going to start at verse 1. Before we go into our law class today, we will read Isaiah chapter 50. I feel good. I feel great. I feel wonderful, people. I feel wonderful just to know and understand that the gods of Jerusalem, the gods of Israel, they are my gods. They are my gods, and they are leading me, and they are guiding me, and they are directing my path. I feel so good about that this morning. I feel so happy. I feel so content. I feel so amazing just to know that I am connected to the gods of Israel. It's a beautiful, beautiful, amazing connection and feeling. Isaiah 50, verse 1. Thus said Ahayah, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away, or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you? Behold, for your iniquities have you sold yourselves, and for your transgressions is your mother put away. The mother is Jerusalem, and the great Holy Spirit is the mother and queen of Jerusalem. The motherland, they call it the motherland. They say it's Africa. Yes, the motherland is Africa, but it's Jerusalem that's inside of Africa. Okay? That's the motherland. Jerusalem. There's not a land, not a city, not a country, not nothing like Jerusalem. It's no place like Jerusalem. It's no place like Jerusalem. Believe me, people, what I am telling you, no place on the face of this earth is like Jerusalem. And that's why the God of Israel, Ahayah is his name, and Ahayah is my name. And that's why he kicked our ancestors out of Jerusalem, because they wanted to do what they wanted to do in Jerusalem, which is in Africa. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. And see, the God of Israel don't play that. You never ever gonna do what you want to do, Israel. Let me say it again 2 more times to you this morning. You never ever going to do what you want to do, Israel. Hebrews, you never ever going to do what you want to do. See, you just think that you do what you want to do every day. See, you think that. See, but whatever that you do every day is serious consequences behind what you are doing. And that's why your life is wrecked up. Your mind, everything about you is destroyed. If you haven't noticed that, let me tell you, as the prophet of the God of Israel, my name is Elishaba. I am the prophet of the Hebrew kingdom, the 12 tribes of Israel, and the mother and father of that kingdom. I'm their prophet. So let me tell you this. If you haven't noticed, Israel, no, you haven't noticed, because you don't got nobody to tell you nothing. All them ministers and preachers and elders and bishops and priests and pastors, all them leaders that you listen to, they don't know nothing. Let me say it again 2 more times. They don't know nothing. Nothing when it's concerning the God of Israel. They don't know nothing. And that's why your life and the life of your children and the life of your men and the life of your women are destroyed today. Let me make this plain this morning. Let me make it plain as I can. See, you don't have nobody to correct you. And this is the problem. You don't have no prophet of the God of Israel. Ahayah is his name. You don't have no prophet to correct you. And this is a serious, serious problem. Now, you don't want to listen to me, the prophet that the God of Israel, Ahayah, have set up in this earth for you to listen to and get some knowledge and get some wisdom and get some understanding in your sick, thick mind that you have. Your sick, thick, rebellious, isolated mind that you have. See, you don't want to listen to me. Because all them other people you listen to, they not telling you nothing. But Jesus love you. God love you. Wait on God. Trust in God. God gonna help you. God gonna do this. God gonna give you the. No, God is not gonna. Ahayah, the God of Israel. What is he giving you? What is he helping you with? Absolutely nothing. Let me say it again. What is he helping you with? Hebrews, absolutely nothing. He never helped you with nothing. Can't you see your life has been a living hell on earth? Can't you see that? Do you not understand that your life is a living hell? So I'm here today. So Isaiah, prophet Isaiah right here, Isaiah chapter 5, the God of Israel, Ahayah, is talking to Isaiah, his prophet. And he's telling Isaiah, tell the children of Israel, Isaiah, tell the children. See, the prophets of the God of Israel, they don't talk pretty stuff. The prophets of the God of Ahayah, they don't talk pretty stuff to you. Telling you gonna be blessed and you gonna get a car and you gonna get a house and you gonna get a job and you gonna get some money and you gonna get this and you ain't gonna get nothing. Because the God of Israel, the one and only true God, there's no other God in this universe. He ain't gonna give you nothing but death and destruction. That's what he always gave us, Hebrews. Now you come on here with your little pretty self. You come on here and tell me what the God of Israel have gave you and did for you. Oh, I got a house. I got a car. The God of Israel didn't give you none of that. The God of Israel did not give you none of that. You think the God of Israel gave you a house where you have to go to a real estate company and ask a real estate company to give you a loan from their bank so you can buy a house? You think the God of Israel would give you a house like that where you're going to be in debt and you're going to owe some Gentile some money for you to live in a house? No, the God of Israel would never, ever, ever give you no house like that. So no, he did not give you that house that you living in. He did not give you that. I don't care if you paid $1 million for it. You went to the real estate and got a mortgage. The God of Israel don't deal with creditors. That's against the law to let somebody use usury against you to get a house, to get a car. You're going to go to the bank. Oh, I want to get a new car, a SUV. Oh, it's Christmas. I got to go get me an SUV, girl. I got to go get me a new house. The God of Israel didn't give you that SUV. He didn't give you that house. You know who gave it to you? Let me tell you who gave it to you. Satan gave it to you. Satan. Satan is the one gave you that house so you could be in credit for 100 years of your life to the day you die. Satan is the one gave you that $5 million house so you can be in debt for the rest of your life, a slave to the white man, to the Gentile, to the bank. No, the God of Israel don't operate like that. So all that stuff you believe in, that fairy tale stuff, you believe, oh, I'm blessed because I got a house, I got a new car, I got this, I got that. No, yeah, you got it. You got it because you selling your soul to the beast, and the beast system to have all of that stuff. Believe me, people, when the God of Israel, Ahayah, blesses you, when he blesses you, when he gives you, you won't have to go run to no real estate company and pay no money for it. It's going to be cash. Cash, 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 cash. So look at this, what Isaiah is telling the children of Israel. Where is the bill of your mother's divorce? See, the God of Israel, he divorced yes, he's our husband. The God of Israel is my husband, all the 12 tribes. He's our husband. And we are his bride. So he gave the children of Israel a bill of divorce. Yes. He kicked you out of Jerusalem. He kicked you and your children and your evil, wicked men out of Jerusalem. Get up out of here. Y'all wicked and evil people. Whom have I put away? Or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you? So the reason that you are in Europe, the reason that you are in America, the reason that you are in the Caribbean, Honduras, Panama, Guatemala, El Salvador. The reason Colombia, Brazil, the reason that you are there is because the God of Israel sold you to the Gentiles so they could oppress you. And that's exactly what's going on right now as I speak. You are being oppressed by the God of Israel, creditors. I put you away and I sold you to the Gentiles. That's what it is, people. That's exactly what it is. And why did the God of Israel, the great God, why did the mother and father of Zion, why did the mother and father of Jerusalem, the Holy Land, why did they kick the children of Israel out of their own land? Why did they kick them off? Let me read that right here, Isaiah 50 for you. I sold you, behold, for your iniquities have you sold yourselves. See, you sold your own selves because you got up in Jerusalem after you left the wilderness. After our ancestor left the wilderness with Moses, you got up in Jerusalem thinking you're going to do what you want to do up in Jerusalem. No, no, no. Hebrews, you're never going to do what you want to do. I got to keep saying that again, over and over again today to you. Because the God of Israel is our God. The God of Israel. We are his inheritance. So that means that we belong to the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Ahayah is his name. We belong to him. So you never ever gonna do what you think you want to do. So you've been deceiving your own self for 50 years, 20 years, 80 years, 100 years, 15. You've been deceiving you and your children. See, you and your children have been deceiving your own self, your mama now, grandma, grandpa, abuelos in Spanish, all of that. They have been deceiving their own selves for generations. Ooh, God of Israel, thank you, Father, for generations. So he say right here, for your iniquities, you have sold yourselves, and for your transgressions is your mother put away. For your transgression, breaking the God of Israel law. See, that's what it's always been about, law, law, law with the God of Israel. He's a God of law. And you're not going to break his law and think you're going to live up in his presence and think you're going to live in Jerusalem, in the Holy Land, and break his law. Oh, absolutely not. What kind of God do y'all people think I am? You think I'm going to let you live up in Jerusalem with your wicked and evil? Up in my holy land? Get up out of here. For your iniquities, you have sold your own selves. And right now today, you got more iniquities than your ancestors. So you're still selling your own selves. Yes, for your transgression against the law of the God of Israel. The 613 or 633. How many the Torah have wrote in there? the Hebrew scrolls. I ain't dealing with this King James Version Bible. I'm talking about the Hebrew scrolls. That's the law that I'm talking about, that we have broke and our ancestors broke. Verse 2 of Jeremiah 50. Wherefore when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer? Is my hand shortened at all that it cannot redeem? Or have I no power to deliver? Behold, at my rebuke, I dried up the sea. I make the rivers a wilderness. Their fish stinketh, because there is no water, and diet for thirst. Ahayah, see. Ahayah. I clothe the heavens with blackness, and I make sackcloth their covering. Ahayah, God have given me the tongue to be learned. So the God of Israel, right here, excuse me, is saying, I called you, I came to you, and there was no man. The God of Israel don't have no men in this earth. The God of Israel don't have no women, and everybody belong to the beast. Revelation says Satan have deceived the whole world. Everybody is following the beast in the beast system. The God is said, I called to you and you did not answer me. I looked for you and there was nobody for me. And that's why me as the prophet of the God of Israel, I press so hard. I press so hard to glorify and lift up the God of Israel, Ahayah. I press. I tell people about him, whatever I got to do. Because the God of Israel don't have nobody in this earth that love him. The God of Israel don't, I'm talking about Ahayah. I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm not talking about Jesus, okay? I'm not talking about Guadalupe, okay? I'm not talking about Jehovah and Jehovah, okay? And Buddha and all of it. I'm talking about Ahayah, the one and only God. The God that got power. That's the one I'm talking about. I press hard every day for my gods because they don't have no one in this earth that's lifting. It's just like the days of Noah. People, don't you understand? The days of Noah, Ahayah, the God of Israel, had no one but Noah. No one but Noah and Methuselah, his no one. Just two people out of billions and millions of people that was in the earth in the days of Noah. It was only two people that believed in the God of Israel. It's just like the days of Noah. That's what the Bible say. It's like the days of Noah. When the Son of God shall return, it will be like the days of Noah. Nobody believed in the real God. I got to say that two more times, people. Nobody believed in the real God. Nobody believe or know who the real God is. is just like the days of Noah. Just like it's exactly like the days of Noah and worser. So right here, and we get ready to go into our law class. So I'm reading Isaiah chapter 50, the Tanakh. When I called, was there none to answer me? Isaiah 50 verse 2. The God of Israel been calling to you, trying to get your attention, trying to get you to quit, trying to get you to stop, trying to get you to understand, trying to get you to do what you need to do, trying to help you, trying to show you knowledge, trying to give you wisdom, trying to give you a new life, trying to give you a new way, trying to give you a new mind. The God of Israel. But no one answered me. Ooh, ain't that deep? No one. See, back in ancient times when the children of Israel was in Jerusalem, they didn't answer the God of Israel back in Isaiah's day. And you're not answering him right now. He said, is my hand too short at all that it cannot redeem? Or have I no power to deliver? So the God of Israel said, you trusting in all of this stuff that's up in this world. You trusting in your job. You trusting in your house. You trusting in your car. You trusting in what your mom and them taught you. You trusting in the way that they taught you, your mom and your dad and them. You trusting in that. Where have that got you, Hebrews? Where have that got you? Everything that mama and them and grandmama and them told us, where have it got us? Absolutely nowhere. Ooh! So was mama and them telling me the truth? Was grandmama and them telling me the truth? Was daddy telling me what was right? No, they wasn't. Why was they not telling you what was right? Because they don't know the God of Israel. They never have. They only know Jesus. That's not the God of Israel. Jehovah and all of them. Oh no. So they don't know the God. They never know they don't know the God. So how can they tell you something that's true? How can they give you knowledge and understanding? They don't know the God of Israel. People, listen to me. My life is the way that it is because my mama and my daddy didn't know the God of Israel. They taught me wrong. You want me to say it 100 times? They taught me wrong, 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 wrong. And they teaching you wrong from one generation to the next. So look at this. The God of Israel can redeem us. The God of Israel can help us. The God of Israel do want to help you and me and whoever else want his help. But in order for the God of Israel to help you, you got to do what the God of Israel need you to do. See, it don't work the way you think. In order for the God of Israel to help you, and I'm not talking about no Christian church, I'm not talking about no religion, I'm not talking about none of that. Catholic, 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 Catholic. I'm not talking about none of that. Because the God of Israel don't have nothing to do with none of that. You want the God of Israel to help you. He's not a God of religion. He's not none of that. All the God of Israel need you to do, Hebrews, is to keep his law and obey him and do what you need to do in this life. In this life, do what you need to do. So he said, I know I have no power to deliver. The God of Israel have power to deliver us. And why are you not delivered? Why are you sick? Why are you dying? Why are you miserable? Why are you frustrated? Why are you angry? Why are you sad? Why? Why? Why you have anxiety? Why you bipolar? Why, people? The God of Israel say right here, Isaiah, that he can redeem you. He have power to redeem you. He have power to redeem you. My life is in your hand, Father. Whatever. I leave up out of here. Long as I go with you, I'm happy. I'm happy, Father. He have power to rebuke the sea and whatever else he needs to rebuke. So let's read Deuteronomy 6, and we're going to go into our law class. We're going to go into our law class now. Deuteronomy 6. Deuteronomy 6. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, Israel. At the end of the day, it's not going to work. No. You might think that it's working or you getting ahead or yeah. Ahayah gonna come and hit you with another blow. Boom, 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 boom. Every time you think that you got it under control. See, I finally got it the way I wanted it to be, and I'm finally doing the way I want. No, Ahayah gonna come and hit you and knock you out and knock you down. He never gonna ever let you be successful. Oh, Lil Wayne successful. What? Soldier Boy successful. What? Oprah Winfrey successful. What? Michael Jordan successful. What? Kobe Bryant. What? No one is successful. They belong to the beast, Satan, all of them. And they do whatever the beast tell them to do to get that little millions or 2 million or $2 billion that they have. They do what the beast tell them to do. They sell their soul. They sold their soul. Michael Jordan, you don't even see Michael Jordan. You don't know nothing about Michael Jordan. But you want to put Michael Jordan on your feet. Why do you want to put Michael Jordan on your feet? Because you think Michael Jordan is such a success and he's such a good basketball player. Michael Jordan and all the rest of them belong to Satan. So every time you put Jordan on your feet and Kobe Bryant and all the rest of them, people, you don't understand. You don't understand. Nobody is successful, okay? Everything that they got, it came through them doing rituals to Satan. They had to do rituals to get that $1,000,000. They had to do rituals to get that $1,000,000,000 that they have in their satanic bank account. Yes, rituals. Nobody is wealthy. All that they have belong to the beast, Satan himself. All of their money, all of their shoes, all of their cars, all of their houses, everything that they got belong to Satan and not to them. And they're going to keep serving Satan, see. Lil Wayne and all of them. All these people you think that is rich and famous, Rihanna and Beyonce and all of them, Jay-Z and all of them. All these people you think is rich and famous. They little poor, broke black folks just like us. But they sold themselves to the beast to have that little wicked satanic money that they have. Okay? Wake up, people. Wake up. No one is getting anywhere. Because I, Ahayah, the God of Israel, the only way you're going to ever have wealth, the only way you're going to ever have power is real to get wealth. You got to go through me. If you don't want to go through me, then go through the beast, Satan. You only have two options. You only have two options. You can either serve me and get your wealth and get your power, or you can serve Satan and get his wealth and get his power, which is nothing. Ooh, let me say that again, which is nothing. Now, let's go to Deuteronomy 6. Them people die from cancer. All them celebrities and all them celebrity people they die from cancer, all kind of sickness and disease. Why? Because the God of Israel is the one taking them out. Can Satan save them from heart disease? All them billions of dollars that they got in their satanic banks. Yeah, satanic banks. All the banks are satanic. The God of Israel ain't never told you put no money in no bank. Let me tell you, Hebrews. Can their God Satan, Lucifer, was his name in the heavens? Can they God, Hornhead, can their God Satan save them from cancer, disease, heart disease, liver disease? No, because he don't got no power to do that. Ooh, only the God of Israel, Ahayah. He the only one got power. Then I just read you that in Isaiah 50. I got power to redeem, to deliver. I'm the one that dries up the sea and the ocean and the grass and whatever else I want to dry up in my earth. Y'all people better get it right, Hebrews, and understand that you not going to make it without me. And it's that simple. You can keep trying all you want to try. Keep on. You're not getting nowhere because I'm not going to let you. I'm never going to let you get anywhere. Don't you see this? Oh my God. Can't you see Hebrews, Israel? No, you can't. Deuteronomy 6, people. Y'all so in love with Rihanna and all that Jordans and Rihanna and all. You so in love with something that's false, phony, and fake. False, phony, and fake. Them people belong to Satan. They sold their soul for that $1 million. That's what they did. Satan told them, yeah, well, go ahead and make the music for me, see. Go ahead, because you see, I'm going to give you this $10 million. Beyonce, I'm going to give you this $10 million, see. And you're going to sing and make music for me. Lil Wayne, Soulja Boy, all of these music celebrities, whether they Spanish, American music, African music, it don't matter whatever kind of music that they sing in, people, they all belong to the beast, and that's all the beast music. The beast told him, Satan, Hornhead. That's his new name now, Hornhead. Yeah, that's what I call him now, Hornhead. See, Hornhead, Satan, told him, yeah, I'll give you this 10 million right here on this contract of paper that you gonna sing for me and make music, and all the music that they make is satanic. It don't matter if it's R&B music, it don't matter if it's country music, it don't matter if it's Spanish music, it don't matter if it's African music, it don't matter if it's reggae music, it don't matter if it's rap music, all the music. You don't know what Keith Sweat had to do to make that first album. Yeah, people. Go ahead, Stacey. Yeah, that's a perfect ideal. That's a perfect plan. You're going to work for me now. And see, you're going to get generations of people, see, generations of people to listen to my music. Yes. uh, what's his name? Tevin Campbell. I'm ready. I'm ready for love. Yes. You know what Tevin Campbell is saying? I'm ready. That's one of his songs he made. I'm ready. You can look at Tevin Campbell right now. He is gay as all outdoors. The man is gay as all outdoors. Tevin Campbell. Let me pull up some of his songs. Hold on, people. I got to go into this today. Hold on one moment. Matter of fact, let's go right here and do this like this. Okay? That's why the beast, the hornhead say he can't deceive me no more. Because I know, I understand and know everything that he operating and working with. He can't do it no more to me. No, 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 not no more. Not no more. This is Tevin Campbell's song that he made. One of his first songs that he recorded. He was very, very young. Very Warner Records. Listen, people. Yeah, see? Who is he singing to? And who he with a girl there on the video? Yeah, okay. See, yeah. Who is Tevin singing to? And what is he singing about? See, this what you don't understand what these people doing. Look at what he's saying. To love me, he said. Listen, I'm telling you what these celebrities doing for the beast, Satan. I'm ready. I'm ready to love you forever. See, he got a little girl right there in the video, see. But he really singing to Diddy, P. Diddy and all of them. His producer, whoever put him in front. Warner Brother Records. That's who it say, the Warner Brother Records. That's his producer. So he's saying to them, I'm ready to love you forever. See, that's what he's singing to. He ain't singing to that girl in the video with him. He ain't singing to no woman. Tevin Campbell and all of them is gay. They all gay. They all been hit up by the Illuminati and whoever else control the music industry. Telling them people, I'm ready. I'm going to be yours forever. And that's why he ain't never had no woman. He ain't never had no wife. None of that. They destroyed Tevin Campbell as a young man, 13, 14 years old. They destroyed him. He sold his soul to the beast. So yes, people, I'm making a point to you today. So let's go into Deuteronomy. We get so excited with the music. We need to understand the lyrics behind the music. Who are they singing to and why? Babyface, he another one. He gay. Babyface gay. All of them sold they soul to Hornhead. Now these are the commandments and the statutes and judgment which Ahayah your God command to teach you, that you might do them in the land, whether you go to possess it. Deuteronomy 6 verse 1. Deuteronomy 6 verse 2. That thou mightest fear Ahayah thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy sons' sons all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest increase mightily, as Ahayah thy God has promised thee. Deuteronomy 6 verse 4. Hear, O Israel, Ahayah our God is one God, and thou shalt love Ahayah thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. So now we're going to go into our law class. This is law class number 14. Law class number 14. We're going to pick it up at law number 160. Excuse me. Law number 160. I thank the God of Israel today. Not to have relations with a married woman. We still in the civil part of the law. We still in the civil part of the law. Law number 160 of the 613 laws of the God of Israel. Not to have relations with a married woman. I cannot have sex with a married man. I cannot have sex with a married man. And if I do have sex with a married man, I'm breaking the law of the God of Israel. You cannot have sex with a married woman. And if you do have sex with a married woman, you are breaking the law. It's that simple, people. Law. Now, let me see if I can get a precept for this. Leviticus 18:20. Let's read that. Leviticus 18:20. Leviticus 18:20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. Don't lie carnally. Man, I like this woman. I don't care if she is married. I don't care if she is married, bruh. I gotta hit that, man. I gotta hit that. See, I know how Hebrews talk, especially Judah. Judah, they love sex. Judah loves sex. My tribe, Judah, Yahudah, they love sex. And they'll do anything to have sex with a woman. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. They don't care if they married. They don't care what. Bruh, I gotta bang that up, man. You see all of that. Excuse what I'm saying. You see all that ass, bruh, she got? I'm just telling you how they talk. Judah, my tribe. You see all that, bruh? I gotta bang all that, man. I'ma bang that hard, man. Bruh, I'm going up in that. I'm going up in that, bruh. See, you carnally thinking in your mind that you're going to have sex with another man's wife. Carnally. I'm going up in there, man. I'm going hard, man. I'm going hard up in there, bruh. When I get through with her, bruh, she ain't going to remember her husband. She not going to remember her husband no more. She ain't going to even want to be married no more. When I get through hitting that up, bruh, I'm telling you, I know how they talk. Black men, they love sex in America. My tribe, Judah. So they don't care if she married, if she got 5 husbands, they don't care. When they see a woman that they like, they going after her. Oh, they going after her. They going after. So this right here, law number 160. And they don't care about the consequences and how the husband gonna feel and breaking up the happy home of the man and the woman being married for 20 years. They could care less. What's the consequences of them having sex with this married woman? See, carnal. They have carnal minds. They don't have no civilization in their mind. They're not civilized. They're animals. They think like animals. Yes, they think like animals. So law number 160, not to have a relationship with a married woman. Okay? Let's try to get a precept for this. Leviticus 18:20. Leviticus 18:20. This is law class number 14 of the 613 laws of the God of Israel. Leviticus 18:20. Leviticus 18:20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife. Let's get a precept for this one. Look what Leviticus 20 verse 10 say for law number 160, the civil law of the God of Israel. Leviticus 18:20 is the scripture. The precept is Leviticus 20 verse 10. And the man that lie and the man that commit adultery with another man's wife, even he that commit adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Woo! Let me read that precept again, Hebrews. Let me read it again, see. The God of Israel, Ahayah, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the Hebrew kingdom, the God of the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me read that again. Leviticus 20, verse 10, for law number 160. And the man that commit adultery with another man's wife, even he that commit adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So if the man lay up with the woman that's married, the Hebrew man and the Hebrew woman, they both had to be put to death. The God of Israel told the children of Israel, told Moses, the priest, stone them to death because they are adulterers. And they was doing that in the wilderness. They was going off. They was going off in the wilderness. Men laying over other Hebrew men, wives, all kind of stuff was going on in the wilderness. So the God of Israel say the penalty for a man and a woman to commit adultery is that they need to be put to death. See, you're not dying today. Back in ancient times, you was physically put to death if you committed adultery. You could not break the God of Israel law for no kind of reasons. There was no reason. There was no reason for the children of Israel to break his law. They had to be put to death. So today, when you get a man and a woman committing adultery, you are spiritually being put to death. You are spiritually, every time you break the law and go against the God of Israel and his law, you are spiritually being put to death. How am I spiritually put to death? You suffer. You ain't got nothing. You broke, you poor, you hungry. You sick. You got all kind of diseases in your body. You got all kind of depression, all kind of anxiety, all kind of nervous. You very um frustration. That's how you be spiritually put to death today. Spiritually, you are dead. Yes. You're just not happy. There's absolutely nothing that you do, say, think, or feel. You can drink 100 cases of beer. You can drink 10 bottles of tequila. After you wake up in the morning from that 10 bottles of tequila and all that beer, you still gonna feel dead. You still gonna feel dead. Because see, that is the penalty. See, that's the penalty, death. When you break the law of the God of Israel, the penalties is death. Remember in the garden, Adam and Eve broke the law. The penalty was death. They died right there. You die. See, and what we do, see, we try to live our life and pretend and act like there's nothing wrong with me. You try to act like you try to cover it up. See, that's what you try to do. I did it for many years. You try to cover up the pain. You try to cover up the sickness and the disease and the anger and the depression. You try to cover it all up, but you cannot cover it up. You wear a mask to try to hide the way you really feel inside. You are spiritually dead. Why? Because you are breaking the law of the God of Israel. So he killed you. You're not even alive. You are dead. You are not alive, Hebrews. You are dead. Same for the Gentiles. Why do I feel this way? I just can't get rid of this feeling that I feel. I can't get rid of it. I don't know what to do. I've been to the club, I've been partying, I don't have sex. I don't have sex. I don't have about 6, 5, 4, 3 girlfriends, boyfriends, and I got some money, and that ain't helping. Nothing gonna help you. When the God of Israel kill you, you dead. And the only thing gonna bring you back to life, hear me, people. The only thing gonna bring you back to life, because you dead right now. The whole house of Israel is dead right now, spiritually dead. The only thing gonna bring you back to life and put life back in your body, put life back in your mind, put life back in your soul, is that you confess that you are a sinner and you have sinned against the God of Israel, the gods of Israel, the Mother, the Son, and the Father. You must confess that you have sinned against the gods of Jerusalem and repent and turn away from everything in this wicked, wicked, wicked world that we are living in. Turn away from it, all of it, and you will live again. Israel, that's the only way. And start observing the God of Israel, understanding who the God of Israel is, understanding who the God of Israel kingdom, the Hebrew kingdom, the Hebrew God, understanding him, getting to know the God of Israel. Start reading the law, understanding what you can do and what you can't do in this earth. That's the only way you will live again. Because right now you're dead. Believe what I'm saying. You are spiritually dead. Next law. Law number 161. I know, people. I used to be dead. I used to be dead just like you. I know you are dead. I know you are. I used to be dead. Nothing could make me happy. Nothing could satisfy me. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Whatever I did every day in my life, nothing made me happy. Nothing satisfied me. Even when I was a Christian for all them years, I was still not happy. Why? Because the God of Israel ain't got nothing to do with Christianity. I was serving the wrong God. I was still dead. Listen, people. Listen. To understand wisdom and divine knowledge that only come from the gods of the Israel. Listen. I was dead just like you for many, many, many years. Spiritually dead. Nothing I did made me happy. Money didn't make me happy. Cars didn't make me happy. I had all kind of cars. Since I was 18 years old, I always had a car. Car, money, sex, drugs, alcohol, men partying, going to clubs every night, partying all night to 6 and 7 in the morning. Nothing made me happy. Going to the Christian church faithfully, Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, pastoring the Christian church for 20 years of my life. Nothing made me happy. I was spiritually dead, just like you are right now today. Law number 161. Thank you, God, Israel. I hear you, Father. I hear you. Not to have relationships, not to have sexual relationship with a menstrual unclean woman. Leviticus 18:19. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is part of her uncleanness. Let's get a precept for this. Leviticus 18:19. I was talking about this yesterday. When a woman is on her menstrual period. Leviticus 18:19. That's what's wrong with everybody. They dead. They're not alive. Leviticus 18:19. They only alive to do the things that the beasts want them to do. Hornhead, Satan. You only alive. You're spiritually dead. You're not alive. You just here. See, you just here because the God of Israel ain't killed you yet and took you up out of his earth. You just breathing, but you spiritually dead. And the only thing you can do every day, and the only thing you want to do every day is serve your God, Satan. Hornhead. Leviticus 18:19 is the Bible verse for law number 161, not to have sexual relationships or not to have sex with a woman that's on her period, her menstrual cycle, that's bleeding through her uterus or her vagina. You cannot have sex with a woman when she's in that condition. It's against the God of Israel law. Leviticus 18:19. Let's get a precept to that. Ezekiel 22, verse 10 is the precept to law number 161. The Bible verse is Leviticus 18:19. Ezekiel 22:10. Indeed, have they discovered their father's nakedness. Indeed, have they humbled her that was set apart for pollution. So the children of Israel, my ancestors, they was going off in Jerusalem. And they was having sex. Ezekiel 22:10. They was having sex with their father. What did I tell y'all yesterday when I was going through all the laws concerning not to have sex with your father, not to have sex with your mother, not to have sex with your auntie, not to have sex with your uncle, not to have sex with your grandma? No. When I was going through the law yesterday, what did I tell you? that the children of Israel, our ancestors, when they was in Jerusalem, they was having sex with their kin folks. They was having sex with their mama. They was having sex with their father. They was having sex with their sister. They was having sex with their children. I told you that yesterday. Now look, I have the Bible verse to confirm what I told you yesterday is true. That the children of Israel, our ancestors, when they was in Jerusalem, they was breaking the civil law and having sex with their kin people. So Ezekiel right here is saying they was having sex with their father. Indeed, have they discovered their father's nakedness. And they have humbled her that was set apart for pollution. So they was having sex with the women, the Hebrew men, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon. No, right here in Ezekiel, it was just Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They was having sex with the women that was set apart, for their pollution, for them to go through their menstrual cycle. See, in the Hebrew culture, when it's time for a woman to bleed or go through her menstrual cycle, she have to be set apart from everybody and everything. She was not allowed to even come out the house. She had to stay away from everything and everybody because she was polluted. See, the blood that comes through a woman vagina every month is pollution. It's the blood. What it do? It cleans our inside. It cleans our uterus. It cleans us out. All the stuff that yeah. So the Hebrew men was not allowed. The husbands was not allowed to have sex with their wives. The husband was not allowed. Okay? So they was going off in Ezekiel day, having sex with their father and having sex with the women that was on their period, bleeding through their vagina. Do you see how bad our ancestors was going off in Jerusalem? That's why the God of Israel dropped so many of them. He killed so many of them. Just what he's doing today. Let me go to the next law. Law number 162. Not to marry a Gentile. Not to marry a Gentile. This is the civil part of the law that I am studying with you today, Israel. Law number 162. Not to marry a Gentile. Leviticus 18:19. No, I'm sorry. Not to marry a Gentile, law number 162. Deuteronomy 7:3. Deuteronomy 7, verse 3. When Ahayah thy God shall bring thee into the land, whether thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites, and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. Verse 2 of Deuteronomy 7. And when Ahayah thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt not make covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his sons, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy sons. So you're not allowed, Israel, 12 tribes. You're not allowed to marry Gentile people. You can't marry Africans. Africans are a Gentile. I'm not African. I'm dark like an African, but I'm not African. You cannot marry a African. You cannot marry a white man and a white woman. You cannot marry a Spanish man and a Spanish woman. You cannot marry Chinese, Asians, nobody. You can. It's against the God of Israel, and that's the reason why a lot of marriages don't work too, because you marrying outside of the God of Israel order. You cannot marry a Gentile. You have to marry a Hebrew man and a Hebrew woman. I did it in my ignorancy, see. I did it in my ignorancy. I married a Italian man. My first husband was Italian, and he was mixed with black. His mama was black, and his daddy was Italian, Roman, white. His daddy was a white man. His mama was a black Hebrew woman. But it don't go by the mama, it go by the daddy. So I did it in ignorancy. But you're not allowed. Deuteronomy 7:3. Let's read, get a precept for that. Deuteronomy 7:3, going to the next law. Neither should thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter, thou should not. Okay. Precept. 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 Let's keep going. Let's keep moving on. Let's see. Let's go to Exodus 34:15 and 16 for a precept. A law number 162. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a horn after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice, and thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go a horn after their gods, to make thy sons go a horn after their gods. So this is why the children of Israel, we are not Hebrews. We're not allowed to marry outside of our nationality and our race. We can only marry Hebrews because those Gentile men and women, they will turn you away from the God of Israel, and you will go a horn after their gods. So let's go to the next law. Law number 163. Not to let Moabites and Ammonites males marry into the Hebrew people, marry to marry Hebrew people. Deuteronomy 23:4. Let's get that. Deuteronomy 23:4, people. because they met you with because they met because they met you not with bread and with water in the way when you came forth out of the land of Egypt, and because they hired against thee Balaam the son of Beor. Let's read verse 3 of Deuteronomy 23 for law number 163. He that is wounded, that's verse 3. An Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of Ahayah. Even unto their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of Ahayah forever. So you're not allowed to marry Moabites and Ammonites, Jordanians and Palestinians. You're not allowed to marry them Hebrews because they did not meet you with water and bread when you was in the wilderness. They sent Balaam to curse you. Okay? So you're not allowed to marry them either. You can only marry Hebrew men and women. Let's go to the next law. Law number 164. Don't abhor or keep third generations Edomites and Egyptian converts from marrying into the Hebrew nation. Deuteronomy 23, 8 and 9. Let's get the 8th and 9th verse of Deuteronomy 23. The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of Ahayah in their third generation. When the host goeth forth against thy enemies, then keep thee from every wicked thing. No, no, that ain't saying that. That's jacked up the way they got that. Let's go to the next law. Law number 164. You're not allowed to only marry Hebrews, and that's it. Law number 164. Don't abhor. Law number 165. That's where we at right now. Law number 165. Law number 165. Law number 164 and law number 165. It's the same Bible verse. Not to abhor or refrain from marrying a third generation Edomite or Egyptian convert. Deuteronomy 23, 8 and 9. We already read that. Law number 166. A bastard child cannot become an Israelite. Deuteronomy 23, 3. A bastard child cannot become a Hebrew Israelite. Deuteronomy 23, 3. Let's start at verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of Ahayah, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of Ahayah. A bastard cannot enter into the congregation of the God of Israel. What is a bastard? A bastard child. A bastard child is any child that you have outside of marriage. That's a bastard child. If you had children and you have children and you did not marry the woman that you had them children by, then your children are considered as bastard children to the God of Israel. I know you want to think that little Billy now and little Jojo and Boo Boo and May May and Molly and them. I know you want to think, and little Sue Sue and them. You want to think that they good little children. See, oh yeah, my kids they so good, and yeah, God bless me with some children. Did the God of Israel really bless you with them children? Did He bless you with little Boo Boo and Baby and Connie and Susu and Billy and John and Jojo. Did the God of Israel bless you with them children? If you had them children, bruh, you put your penis up in a woman vagina and she was not your wife, your children that you had by that woman are considered in the God of Israel Ahayah eyes as bastard children. And why are they bastard children? It's because you was not married to the mother. Yes. So no. And that's why our children today is so messed up. They're confused and messed up and in gangs. They do drugs. They gay. All kind of stuff is going on with our children because they are bastard children. Yes, my firstborn son, he is a bastard child. See, I'm just going to keep it real with y'all today. But see, I don't have to hide behind a mask and a passage and a persona anymore. My first son was a bastard child. My second son is a bastard child. The first son that I had, I was not married to the father. So that make him a bastard child according to the law. Yes. Me and the daddy had sex. And according to the Hebrew law, when a man and a woman have sex, that is consummation. That is marriage. But the only reason that I was not married to him is because he never asked me to be his wife. Excuse me. He never, excuse me for that. He never, my phone failed. He never asked me to be his wife. So my first son was a bastard child. My second son, see, I'm here to help you, Hebrews, because you need some serious help. And that's why my son's life is so messed up today. My first son, his life is so destroyed. Why? Because I didn't know the law. I did not know the law. I did not know what I was doing. But is that an excuse? No, it's not an excuse for the God of Israel. You didn't know, I didn't know the law because I didn't want to know the law. I was too busy running up and down in the street, trying to make money, trying to do this, too busy doing what I wanted to do. No, I didn't want to know the law. I didn't want to read the Bible. I didn't want to do none of that. So that's not excuse that I didn't know that I was having sex with a man that wasn't my husband and my child was going to be a bastard child. My second son, he's a bastard child also. I was married to his daddy, but his daddy is a white man. He mixed with black and he mixed with white. His mama black and his daddy white. So that would make my son a bastard child because uh, I had I had a child by a man that's not a Hebrew. So that made my second son a bastard child. So stop thinking that your children and his life messed up too. My second son. So stop thinking and look at your son and look at your mama's son and your mama daughter now. Look at my mama, my brother, and my sister now. Ah, their life is destroyed. Destroyed, people. I'm telling you. The law says right here. The law says right here, people. Where I'm at. Law number 166. A bastard child cannot become an Israelite. So that's deep right there. You telling me, even though my first son father is a black man, he a Hebrew man, he from the tribe of Judah. Even though he's a Hebrew man, and I had sex with him outside of marriage, we was not married when I had my son. It says right here for law number 166, a bastard child cannot become an Israelite. Woo! My son cannot be a Israelite because he's considered as a bastard child. Or it could simply just mean this. Since his daddy, well, I'm going to just leave that just like that, people. To the God of Israel, give me more clarity. And the mother of Zion, give me more clarity on that. I'm going to leave it just like that. Law number 167. A unit or sexually mutilated man may not enter into the community. Deuteronomy 23:2. Same Bible verse. When a man don't have a penis, when his penis have been cut off for some reason why he lost his penis. Nowadays you get a lot of women cutting men penis off because they go out and cheat on them, they go out and have sex on their wife, and when they come home and go to sleep, the woman go in the kitchen and get a knife and cut his penis off. That happens today. So what the God of Israel is saying right here for law number 167. When a man has lost his penis for some reason, he cannot enter into the community of the children of Israel. He cannot stay in Jerusalem. He was not allowed to stay in Jerusalem. He had to go stay somewhere else. See, because the God of Israel don't deal with people that have defects. He don't deal with people got cut off limbs and cut off legs and cut off arms and cut off this and cut off penises. And he don't deal with them kind of people. You have to put them away, put them somewhere else. You have to be whole and complete when you deal with the God of Israel. Law number 168. I don't know if I know. Let's keep going. I'm not going to get no precept to that because it's plain and simple what that says. Law number 168. We have 4 more laws and I am finished. Law number 168. Not to consecrate an animal, including animals. Leviticus 22:24. You know how many people have took their little dogs, their little chihuahuas and Rockwellers and pit bull, have took their dogs and had their dogs consecrated. They had the dog fixed and the cat fixed so they can't have no babies. That is against the God of Israel. That is against the God of Israel. I just took my little chihuahua to the veterinary the other night because she ate something off the floor and I had to take her to see what was wrong with her. And they had little chihuahuas coming in there and they had a cat coming in there. And I talked to one of the young men that had his cat there. And he said, I fixed her. She cannot have no babies. I fixed her. I fixed her. It's against the God of Israel for you to fix your animals so they can't have no babies. The God of Israel put animals here to multiply and fill up his earth. That's a very bad sin for you to fix animals so they can't have babies. That's a very bad sin for a woman to go to a hospital and have her tubes tied so she can't have no more babies. That's a very bad sin. Leviticus 24:24. Not to consecrate any male, including animals. The male, the man, should always have his penis so he can make a Hebrew woman pregnant as long as she is his wife. You can't do that. That's what the God of Israel, Ahayah, want us to multiply and fill the earth. That's what he told Adam and Eve. Multiply and fill the earth. Tell no man to go get himself fixed and no woman to fix herself so you can't have no more babies. That's against the God of his babies. When you are married to a Hebrew woman and a Hebrew man, babies are a blessing to the God of Israel. I ain't talking about no Gentile babies. The God of Israel could care less about a Gentile baby, a white baby. Okay? The God of Israel only care about Hebrew babies and Hebrew men and Hebrew women multiplying and filling up the earth with Hebrew babies. I ain't saying the God of Israel hate white babies or Spanish babies or African babies or Chinese babies. I'm not saying that he hate them babies. I'm just saying that the God of Israel concern is only on Hebrews. We are his inheritance. We are the people that he chose in this earth. He didn't choose them. He didn't choose Spanish people. He only chose Hebrews, okay? Point blank. Leviticus 22:24. Let's read that law. For law number 168, not to consecrate a man or either animals. Oh, and they big with that. See, the hornhead, hornhead, Satan, he don't talk people into, oh yeah, that animal don't need to have no more babies. Go ahead and tie that. Go ahead and cut them up so they can't have no more baby. See, anything that Satan can do to get you to go against Ahayah, the God of Israel, that's his whole mission. That's his whole job, is to get you to go against what a higher law say and what a higher tell you to do. That is his mission. So he getting in all kind of people right now. Hebrews and Gentile. Oh, go ahead and cut that animal. That animal don't need to have no more baby. Go ahead to the. Oh, we don't have enough children. We got 5 children now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some birth control. I'm gonna go ahead and do me a surgery and tie my tubes so I can't have no more babies. You sinning against the God of Israel law. You never told no woman to tie her tubes so she can't have no babies. That's why you was put in the earth, to have babies. Leviticus, well, law number 168, Leviticus 22:24. And the doctor gonna tell me, oh yeah, did your dog have her vaccinations? Vaccinations. Doc, let me tell you something, Doc. Let me tell you something, Doc. I'm never ever gonna vaccinate my animals. It could be a goat, it could be a cow, it could be whatever. I'm never going to vaccinate my animals. I don't have to do that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my animals that I need to inject them with vaccines. No, doctor, I don't believe in that. That's what I told him the other night. Oh, have your chihuahua had a vaccines? No, no, I don't believe in that. And my chihuahuas, they never get sick. The only reason my little chihuahua got sick is because she ate something off the floor. It wasn't due to no vaccines, her not being vaccinated. Woo! Leviticus 22:24. See, people, I'm awake. I'm no longer asleep. I'm wide awake. Okay? Leviticus 22:24 says, for law number 168, you shall not offer unto Ahayah that which is bruised. Ooh, God of Israel. Let me get a precept for this one. You shall not offer unto Ahayah that which is bruised or crushed or broken or I can't see that word. Neither shall you make any offering there in your land. So you cannot offer anything to Ahayah that is bruised, that is broken. Let's get a precept. We got 3 more. Leviticus 22:24. Ahayah created animals. He created dogs. He created cats. He created birds. He created all the animals. Why do I need to vaccinate them? There's nothing wrong with them. Why do I need to have my animal, my dog fixed where she can't have no more babies? Why do I need to do something to my male chihuahua, to his penis, where he can't have no more babies? No, no. Ahayah is against all of that. I don't vaccinate. He told me, daughter, you don't need to vaccinate your goats. None of that. My goats have never been sick. And when they do get sick, I know how to heal my own goat. I ain't running to no vet to get no, stuff that make them well. I'm telling you, people, it's deep. Leviticus 22:24. Y'all don't know, man. You just don't understand what you need to do. Leviticus 22:24. You should not offer unto Ahayah that which is bruised or crushed or broken or cut. 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 I can't cut no animal up and broken and bruised. Deuteronomy 23:1 for a precept. He that is wounded in the stones, or have or have have had his private member, his penis. Deuteronomy 23:1. Have had his penis cut off, shall not enter into the congregation of Ahayah. You don't got your tubes tied and all that. Oh God, it is. The next law, people. Next law. Law number 169. The high priest must not marry a widow. Civil laws. Civil. This is the way you got to be in this life, people. Civilized. Civilized. The priest, the high priest, which will be Aaron, may not marry a widow. Leviticus 21:14. 21:14. A widow or a divorced woman, or a profane or a harlot, these should he not take, but he should take a virgin of his own people to wife. So the priest, the Leviticus priesthood, which is Haiti in the earth today. Leviticus 21:14, law number 169. The high priest must not marry a widow. He cannot marry a hoe. He cannot, the priest, the Leviticus priesthood, the one that handled the God of Israel, Ahayah, sacrifices his lamb, his goats. And it's actually laws up under the Torah that tell you what kind of goat, what kind of cow, and what kind of lamb the God of Israel want. He don't want nothing bruised, and he don't want nothing blemished. That's why I keep telling you, Hebrew Israelites, y'all not keeping the holy days. He don't want none of that. Everything that you give the God of Israel, even up to your children, they have to be perfect, and they have to be up under the law, and they have to be the order of the law. So can't no priest marry no hoe, can't no priest marry no divorced woman, can't no priest marry a woman that have lost her husband have died, and she is a widow. The Leviticus priesthood is not allowed to marry any kind of women like that. They was only allowed to marry virgins, Hebrew women that have never had sex, and that have never ever and that have never ever been married. Leviticus 21:14. Let's get a precept to this. How many more I have? Two more people and I'm finished. Two more, I'm finished. Leviticus 21:14. Thank you, God of Israel. 21:14. Okay, let's go to the next law. Law number 170. The high priest must not have relationships with a widow. Leviticus 21:14. I just read that. The Leviticus priesthood is not allowed to have marriages, sex, and nothing else with a woman that is a widow. Next law, Leviticus 21:14. Last law, law number 171. The high priest must marry a virgin. Leviticus 21:13. I just read that to you. That's the last law for today. Last law, last civil law for today. Let's see where we will be next week. When I come Monday, next Monday, let's see where we will be. A priest must not marry a divorced woman. Law number 172. That's next week. We're going to pick it up next week right there. 172. So we have a lot of civil laws to cover, people. We have a lot of civil laws to cover. The Torah, the Hebrew scrolls, you have moral laws, you have ceremonial laws, and you have dietary laws. But it is a lots of civil laws. Lots of them. It's a lots of civil laws. So we're gonna be here for a minute reading all the civil laws out of the Torah. So I'm gonna see y'all next Monday. I've been here 2 days, Monday and Tuesday at 7 o'clock. I'll be here next Monday at 7 o'clock again. So subscribe, like the video, and share this video. Talk to y'all next week. Shalom, remnant.